Hello, everyone. It's another glorious day. It is Wednesday, September 11th, 2024. It's 9 o'clock in the morning here in Tucson, Arizona, which means it is time for the Mindful Moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I'm the Senior Minister at Unity of Tucson. Unity of Tucson is an inclusive and loving spiritual center right here in Tucson, Arizona. And our purpose is to explore the principles of New Thought and to offer the principles of the New Thought spiritual philosophy to the world in order that we may master spiritual understanding, find personal purpose, and develop a spiritual path. If that is something that is of interest to you, grateful to have you here. And if it's not something that's of interest to you, that's okay too. Because I firmly believe in the power of choice and discernment, and we get to decide what we engage ourselves with. So yeah. And I also say every Sunday in the service that I'm not here to tell anybody, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm here to simply offer the teaching, to offer the education, and you get to determine how you will engage with it if you want to engage with it. So there we are. Now, whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. I do see that at least one comment has come through so far. Tippy, hello to all. What do you mean by Tippy, Sherry? Hi, Sherry. Nice to see you this glorious day. Maybe you meant to write in yippee because the T and the Y are right next to each other on the keyboard. That's my guess. I think I might be right there. Audrey, I'm developing a deeper spiritual purpose and I am engaging in it. That's beautiful. Well, I'm grateful that is what is happening for you. So before we get too far into this, I do want to offer my reminder to all of you. And it is this: you are love, you are light, you are life, you are magnificent and divine. Thank you, Audrey, for inviting me to offer that every time I see you. Sherry, I'm just finishing my bike ride and cannot really see the keyboard. Okay, no worries. Totally understand that. So there are a couple things that are up for me today that I've been thinking about mentioning. First of all, it is September 11th, and so that is a specific date that still lives in the minds and hearts of most of us in a way that perhaps might be a little challenging in terms of what this date means in the grand scheme of the history of the United States and really the history of the world, because so much shifted in the world on this date 23 years ago. And, it's one of those dates where when I was growing up, the date that everybody said was burned into their brain is they knew exactly where they were when this event happened. That date when I was growing up was the assassination of John Kennedy. Now September 11th is the date. I think we all know exactly where we were on this date 23 years ago. And I just want to put forth the heart space that is rooted in love, in peace, in harmony, and know that as I encourage each and every one of us to lead from that space, that heart space, as each and every one of us allow our inner peace to illuminate our expression and to inform our thoughts, to inform our relationships, to inform our deeds, that right where we are each and every one of us contributing to a more peaceful, loving, and harmonious world. And it begins right where we are. And we don't need to be swayed or pushed off course by anything in the relative world of circumstances. There's a lot of rhetoric that is, being being expressed these days that, frankly, is troubling, and we can look at it as troubling, but we don't have to agree with it. And I think to the degree that we remember that we are in charge of our own receptivity and reaction, then we can move from reaction into proaction, being that love, light, and harmony. So that's one thing that, of course, is on my mind today. Like I say, I remember exactly where I was, what I was doing. When I woke up early that day, I was living in Los Angeles and woke up early that day because I had an early call on a TV show set, and turned on the television, and there it all was. But there's another thing that's happening today, and it's actually what I really want to offer to you to engage with. So this evening at 5 p.m. local time, 5 p.m. in Arizona, it really is 7 p.m. Central Time, because that's where that's the time zone that is oftentimes put forth by Unity for their events, because Unity Village is in the Central Time Zone. But tonight at 5 p.m. local time here in Tucson begins a 24-hour prayer vigil for World Day of Prayer. And we are going to be having time here. There is an opening ceremony that we will be live streaming from Unity Village on a screen in our sanctuary at 5 p.m. tonight. If you'd like to join us, please feel free to come down, join us to enjoy the opening ceremony. And that launches a 24-hour prayer vigil. Now, we're not going to have people in our sanctuary overnight, but we will return back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. There's an live streamed panel discussion from Unity Village. And from basically 10 a.m. tomorrow until 5 p.m., we will have a rotating crew of our prayer chaplains here sitting vigil in the sanctuary. If you can't make it here, take some time tomorrow to sit in the prayer vigil, to allow yourself to engage in the prayer vigil. And I want to offer this affirmation, which is the affirmation of the, what am I trying to say? It is the affirmation of the World Day of Prayer. And I'm going to put it on the screen for you. And the affirmation is this: as we unite hearts and minds with people from around the globe, this year we are affirming together, fueled by faith, I can move mountains. Take a breath. Just allow yourself to take a breath. And I'm going to read this again. Just take in these words. As we unite hearts and minds with people from around the globe, this year we are affirming together, fueled by faith, I can move mountains. As we unite hearts and minds with people from around the globe, this year we are affirming together, fueled by faith, I can move mountains. How does that feel? What does that feel like for you? Just allow yourself to reflect on that idea. The theme of the World Day of Prayer this year is moving mountains. What does that mean? There are scriptural references in various traditions to the concept of moving mountains. Are you open to knowing that you can move mountains through your heart and mind? Are you open to that? I'm choosing to be open to that construct, that idea today, that right where I am, I constitute a majority, and that my mind is power. Your mind is power. We, each and every one of us, constitute a majority right where we are. One of my most favorite quotes of Ernest Holmes in The Science of Mind, he wrote, one alone in consciousness with the infinite constitutes a complete majority. That is how I live faithfully, understanding that I can move mountains through my thought, through my faith, through my heart space. And so what will I do with that today? That then becomes the question. How do I practically apply that in my life? Well, I think today I choose to practically apply that through my acknowledgement and acceptance of love, peace, and harmony. That I am empowered to live from that point of view. And so I encourage you to consider that as we step into the practice of affirmative prayer. If it is safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes, I invite you to do so. Simply allow yourself to relax. Let yourself be easeful. Let yourself be rooted in perfection. Let yourself understand the self as an expression of perfection. There is ease, there is magnificence right where each and every one of us is. Goodness is unfolding. And today I choose to utilize the guiding prayer written for the World Day of Prayer. Taking this time to align with source energy, I breathe into the awareness of our divine potential and allow for magnificent truth to declare, my faith moves mountains. At various times in my life, through the evolution of my consciousness, I may be faced with tenuous circumstances. I may be caught up in the swirling experience of chaos, confusion, and unease. Through the power of prayer, I realign with the origin of my divine being and invite calm, organized thoughts that redirect the focus of my energy to become productive and life-affirming. Activating the power of faith, I am aware of the activity of God always moving forward, upward to a higher vibration of creation. I know this activity is working for my highest good. I am filled with mighty faith. This truth allows me to direct my actions with clarity and confidence. I know what is mine to do, and I do it with ease. I rest easily when it is time to wait and stride boldly when it is time to move forward. Filled with mighty faith, I move mountains to bring about my highest and best expression in all facets of my life. My highest thought comes easily and creates space for healing, greater wisdom, and unconditional love to be expressed through me in my every word, thought, and deed. Aligned in faith, I declare that no thought, no one, and nothing has the power to tamper with that which I am co-creating with Source. I affirm that I am strong enough to endure the uncomfortable, the uncertain, the undefined, and rejoice in gratitude for what is now my highest good and what is in the process of becoming. For it is now, in this time, in this place, in this unity, with one power and one presence, that I declare it as good. And so it is. Amen. And so it is. Deeply grateful for this opportunity to share with you. And I trust that even if you are not able to be present with us in person here at Unity of Tucson, that you will find time to engage in this 24-hour prayer vigil. It begins at 5 p.m. tonight, continues on through 5 p.m. tomorrow. And just a reminder, yes, we will be showing on video, live streaming from Unity Village, the opening ceremony of the World Day of Prayer tonight. That's at 5 p.m. Tomorrow morning is a panel discussion live streaming from Unity Village at 9 a.m., which now I'm, of course, realizing is the same time as the mindful moment. So I guess I'm now realizing that I will not be available for the mindful moment tomorrow at 9 a.m. So I may pre-record something and post it. So even if you don't see, even if you don't, what am I trying to say? Even if it's not live, I will have something streaming. I'm not sure what it'll be. So that's tomorrow at 5 p.m. tomorrow. There is also then going to be a celebration concert on video. We will be live streaming that from from Unity Village. The musicians there are going to be Reverend Fred Albers and Envy, who I saw live at a conference in Kansas City a few years ago, and I think that she'll be awesome. So we'd love to see you here in the sanctuary at 5 p.m. tomorrow for that as well. All right, that's it. Peace and blessings to you. Know that you are magnificent. Know that you can move mountains. And I am so grateful for the opportunity to connect with you today. Looking forward to connecting with you again tomorrow and on Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, 11:30 a.m. Central for The Rant with Reverend Steph Saint Amand. Lots of ways you can engage. For that, I am truly grateful. All right. Peace and blessings, everyone. Talk soon.